Hello students, Mr. Valadez. I'm going to be going over converting units. The first thing that I want to do, and the first thing you have to do, is write down what you know. So I know that in 1 meter, I have 100 centimeters. In 1 kilometer, or kilometer, I have 1,000 meters. And in 1 kilogram, I have 1,000 grams. Now, sorry, there we go. Camera issues there for a second. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to write down my problem that I'm going to work with. So I'm going to draw a little line right here to separate my information and what I'm doing with my question. Now, my question is going to be 4 kilometers subtract 2,480 meters. Now, the first thing that I want to do is convert to the smallest unit in my problem. So number 1 is convert to smallest unit. And in this case, we have meters, which as we see over here, 1 kilometer is bigger than meters. So I need to convert this 4 kilometers to meters. And the way that I would do that is 4 from the 4 kilometers times the 1,000, because 1 times 1,000 will give me 1,000 meters. 2 times 2 kilometers will give me 2,000. 3 kilometers will give me 3,000 meters. 4 kilometers will give me 4,000. So the only logical thing is 4 times 1,000 would give me 4,000 meters. So now that I've converted, the next thing I'm going to do with this problem is I'm going to put it into my standard algorithm. So the second thing I do is put in standard algorithm. So I'm going to take my 4,000 from earlier. So here's my 4,000. And then I'm going to subtract that from the 2,480. So I have my 2, 4, 8, and 0. And I made sure that all my numbers were aligned. So I have my 1s with my 1s, and my 10s with my 10s, my 100s with my 100s, and my 1000s with my 1000s. Now, the last thing I do is I'm going to start subtracting, because that is what my problem is asking me. So I'm going to subtract. Now, 0 take away 0 is 0, but 0 take away 8, I can't do that, so I have to borrow from the 0, and that 0 I can't borrow from. So I have to borrow from the 4. The 4 will become a 3, and this 0 will become a 10. Now my 0 can borrow from the 10, and my 10 becomes a 9, and my 0 becomes a 10. Now, 10 take away 8 will give me 2, 9 take away 4 will give me 5, and 3 take away 2 will give me 1. I have a little comma there, and my answer is 1,520 meters. I'm going to move on to another page. Sorry, excuse me. I'm going to try a different problem now. And it'll adjust. So the first thing I do is I'm also going to rewrite my information down just so that I have it just in case. So 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. Now I wrote down any information the way that I knew. I'm going to go ahead and box it off so I know that it's, part of not my problem. And I'm going to work with a unit of measurement like kilometers or in meters. And in this case, I'm going to use 24 kilometers, 480 meters, minus 13 kilometers, 850 meters. Now, my first step is to convert my kilometers into meters, because meters is my smallest unit in this case. So 24 kilometers would be 24 times 1,000 to give me 24,000 meters. Say for my 13 kilometers, I have 13 times 1,000, which will give me 13,000 meters. Don't forget my subtraction sign to separate the two. Now, my next step would be to add, because I have this section right here, and then I have this section here, and this 850 meters belongs to this 1300 meters. So I'm going to get and add these two numbers together real quick. So I have 850, and we're going to add it together to get 13,850 meters. There's my subtraction symbol. Now I'm going to add my 480 meters to my 24,000 meters. So just write my 480 right here. Notice that I make sure to line up my ones, my tens, and my hundreds. Sorry, again. So 0 plus 0, 0 plus 8, 0 plus 4, and then 4 and 2. And now my last step would be to subtract these two numbers, just like we've been doing before in the past, using the standard algorithm. So I'm going to rewrite them right here. 24,480 minus 13,850. 0 take away 0 is 0. 8 take away 5 is 3. 4 take away 8. We can't do that because if we have 4, we can't remove the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't remove 8 from 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow from this 4. That becomes a 3. This becomes a 14. 14 take away 8. Well, now we have 14. So right here we have our 4. Then I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take away these 4, take away these 4. Now I take away these 4, take away these 4. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. So I have 14 minus 8, or 14 take away 8 is going to give me 6. There's no little comma. 3 take away 3, 0. 2 take away 1 is 1. So my answer is 10,630 meters. Now I'm going to do one more problem that involves using kilograms, because remember, kilograms and grams, those are measurements used for mass, or in other words, weight. Remember what I told you in class, mass is what an object is. So here we go. Let's do one more. Let's do 6 kilograms. Subtract 3,689 grams. Now the first thing I do is I'm going to convert to my smallest unit. In this case, it would be grams. Because remember, in 1 kilogram, we have 1,000 grams. So 6 times my 1,000 would give me 6,000 grams. Take away 3,689 grams. Now, my next step would be to put this in the standard algorithm. So I have my 6,000 and my 3,689. Now I have to make sure that everything is lined up. Remember, place value back in the first week of school is that if we have a ones place, it has to be lined up with a ones place. Now, we're going to borrow from the numbers. We're going to borrow from the 5, the 6 becomes a 5. This becomes a 10. Now this 0 needs to borrow from him. We're going to borrow 1. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. Now we're going to borrow one more time. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. 10 take away 9 is going to give me 1. 9 take away 8 is going to give me 1. 9 take away 6 is going to give me 3. And 5 take away 3 is going to give me 2. So my final answer for this problem is 2,311 grams. And that's how you convert to smaller units to solve for the problems.